Hi guys, it's Janice. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my pull list for October 28th. But before we get started, I do want to talk a little bit about Sunday's episode of The Walking Dead. Don't worry, no big spoilers, no spoilers at all. I'm going to talk about a potential death, but if a potential death is a spoiler for you, then The Walking Dead is probably not the show for you. So in Sunday's episode, somebody potentially died, and there's no definitive proof that they are dead, but I mean, it really looks like there's not much of an opportunity for them to get out of this. I did comment on somebody else's video about some potential theories. I don't want to say theories here because it'll give away, I think, too much, but I don't think that person is definitely dead. I think that there's a possibility they're alive. It would be very crazy if they were, but I mean, zombies get bored pretty easily. My only problem with this potential death, other than I like the character a lot, is their death in the comic book was like, I haven't read past it. And that was like 30 something issues ago, you know? And I haven't been able to pick it back up because it was so shocking, so heartbreaking. Like, death by zombie is expected in a zombie apocalypse. And even though up to this point, everything they faced, death by something other than a zombie is not totally shocking, the way this person died, the things that were going on in their life at the time, like, I was like devastated. And I wasn't a super fan. Like, I liked this person, but I wasn't like crazy, like in love with them. But I was just really shocked and devastated. I do plan on picking it back up. We have all of the issues, so I'll be able to get to it at some point. But I just really needed to take a break because I was just like, nobody's safe. It's a comic book, whatever. But I was just really shocked. I was really blown away. So I'm kind of bummed that this person potentially died such an unshocking way. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of backstory there, whatever is happening in Alexandria, but it's not, they haven't built up to what was happening when this person died in the comic, I don't think. So anyway, that's it. On to the pull list. So this week, I only have one comic book coming out that I'm picking up, which is Revival number 34. If you haven't read Revival, I really recommend it. Some people are a little underwhelmed by it, but I haven't been disappointed at all in this series. It's so interesting. It's not quite zombies, but it is. People have come back to life from the dead, and some of them seem kind of normal, but none of them are totally normal. It's really interesting. There's not much in the kind of summary of what's in this issue. It just says it's an excellent jumping on point, focusing on Dana Cypress, who's like kind of the main character, as a sister, daughter, mother, and revenge-seeking cop with blood on her hands. So Dana Cypress is the main character. There are some other kind of main characters. Her sister M and her father are both kind of big in the comic book, but it definitely centers mainly around her. It's a really interesting story. If you want to just pick up right here, I'm sure they've got in the beginning, they've got the little synopsis of everything that's happened up to this point. Major issues, not obviously in depth, but I mean, it's a really good comic book. I would definitely pick up the trades. I mean, don't try to find them because they're not cheap anymore, individual issues, but definitely pick up the trade and check that out. I do have another comic book that I wanted to pick up, but I have restricted myself. After last week, I'm not allowing myself to pick up number ones anymore. I have so many comic books coming out right now, and I know it doesn't seem like it since I just have one comic book this week, but I've just restricted myself. No more number ones right now. So the comic book that I wanted to pick up is Hench Girl, and sorry, I should have had this prepared. Let me just get to it on the screen. Okay, so it's by Scout Comic, another publisher I've never heard of before, but anyway, it says it's by Kristen Gudsnuck, and it's about a girl, Mariposa. She hates her job, and she's a henchman, but she's got a conscience and she wants to be kind of more than that. Her boss is a criminal, obviously. It's really up my alley, I think. I'm really into comics about female characters, interesting female characters, and I think that this one could be really fun. Another thing that I would like to mention that I want to pick up, but I'm not allowing myself to because it's $8 an issue, and that's just a little steep for me. And I haven't picked up the third one, so I might pick that up this week. I don't know. But that's The Island #4 is coming out, and this is a magazine size book of comics and stuff. It's really interesting. There's a lot of short comic stories in it and stuff. Essays. The first one had an essay by Kelly Sue DeConnick, who writes Bitch Planet and was writing Captain Marvel and Pretty Deadly, which is amazing. Not the Bitch Planet and Captain Marvel aren't amazing. Bitch Planet is amazing. But, and then just a lot of other people in the comic industry, writers, artists, and stuff like that. And it's really cool. I'm not allowing myself to pick it up because up to this point it's mostly come out on weeks where I've had a lot of things coming out. So I don't want to spend $8. But if they still have if they still have copies of issue 3 this week while I'm only getting one comic, I might pick it up, but I can't say for certain. So that's kind of it for this week, just picking up the one comic book for certain, which is Revival. May pick up Hench Girl when it comes out in trade form. Might pick up The Island #3. But let me know what you're picking up if you're reading Revival, what you think of it, what you thought of last night. Sorry, it's Monday for me. Last night, Sunday's episode of The Walking Dead. You know, I want to just step up, touch on it one more time, because in my experience with The Walking Dead, I've watched it since it's come out. I've liked the show, but really the first episode and the last episodes have been the only really compelling episodes. I watch it just because out of habit at this point, but the first and the last episode I genuinely look forward to, and I'm usually pretty blown away by. But last night's episode, sorry, I can't speak, but last night's episode I thought was amazing. I really liked almost every part of it, not just, the what's happening with who might die, what's happening with who else might be dead, what's happening with, I just thought Michonne was great in it. I just thought it was a really, really, really good episode. I was just really into it from start to finish, and that hasn't happened in a while for me with one of their mid-season episodes. Anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up or whatever if you like this. Leave me a comment with anything you feel about the stuff in this video, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.